first, a few laps to warm up the car. Then, the driver accelerates into the next banked corner at about 155 miles per hour. Here the Veyron is only using 280 horsepower. It needs its remaining 721 horsepower to reach its top speed. When the car comes out of the banked curve and onto the straightaway, you floor it and hang on.
Warm up everything properly and then go to the curve, and then after that, the next straight, you do it.
At 253 miles an hour, the Veyron covers more than an NFL football field in 1 second. That's more than 4 miles in 1 minute. At max power, its turbochargers suck in the same amount of air in 1 minute that the driver would use to breathe for 4 days. At top speed, the Veyron gets 3 miles to the gallon. At that rate, its 26-gallon fuel tank runs dry in 12 minutes. Top speed is measured by a GPS unit on the dash. It's calibrated for Europe, so the magic number is 407 kilometers an hour. That's 253 miles an hour.
So you have to learn when, what, how, take the steering wheel, center of the road, full throttle, and wait.
The car could actually go faster, as much as 260 miles an hour, but it's computer limited to 253. Above that speed, stability could become a problem.
Test. The Savage S-Bend. Objective: optimize extreme apex for record time. 1. Delay turning point. 2. Hit the brakes. 3. Dynamic steering to dodge rubble. Breathe. The dip. Magneride suspension. Don't hesitate. Calm pulse rate. Calibrate horizontal drift. Counter steer. 3, 2, 1. Pedal to the metal. Analysis. Apex perfected. Drift control. Max output reached. Another 100 of a second. Shed.
Coming in 2016, Porsche's just announced the 911 Turbo and Turbo S are being given a nip, a tuck, and a load more horses. Both the Turbo and Turbo S have been given power hikes. The Turbo now has 540 horses and the S gets 580. 0 to 62 times are 3 and 2.9 seconds respectively. And their top speeds have risen as well. You'll get 198 in the Turbo and 205 miles an hour in the S. Porsche's throwing a lot of standard gear at the new turbos: GPS, climate, all-wheel drive, Porsche Active Suspension Management, Porsche Stability Management, Porsche Active Aerodynamics and parking sensors. The S gets a few more Porsche bits as well: Porsche Dynamic Chassis Control and Porsche Ceramic Composite Brakes. It also sits on 20-inch centre lock alloys, all very swish. Now the name. Yes, the current crop of 911s have smaller turbo engines, so technically the base cars are Turbo 2. However, the technology, aero and speed on offer in the proper turbos sets them far, far apart. The Turbo may not be as hardcore as your GT3s and the like, but it offers punishing pace mixed with top-notch comfort. The last Turbo S was a mighty fast car. This new one, well, if it's too slow for you, you might want to start looking at rocket sleds rather than cars. When history remembers Porsche, it will be for the 911, the car that made a legend of a brand thanks to one man's desire to make the sports car that no one else could. Its engine is arguably in the wrong place. Its silhouette has barely changed for 50 years and people all over the world love it. But to remember the 911 as just one car would be a little foolish, because a little over 40 years ago, Porsche decided the 911 was a little staid.